Hello, if you had seen some recent email or blog post from myself, you might have seen me doing a content marketing overview of a beach club in Bali called Finn's Beach Club. Now, I walked through their whole website and talked about how great they were at content marketing because they popped up everywhere when I was searching. So I want to give you another example of a New Zealand based website that's really good at content marketing and show you other examples, which is a tourism, another tourism related example. So I'm going to step through the kind of things that brought that site to my attention and just show you some of the examples as well. So on here, I'm going to share the screen with me. So this is obviously a fresh Google tab, and I've been looking for motorhomes for many, many years, and I've got this vision of living and working out of a motorhome for a while and traveling around Europe or something. So, and there's a few businesses that are on my radar globally, specifically in the UK and New Zealand, and there's some specific brands. So that's led me to do a lot of queries around motorhomes and which models are correct and everything. So, well, the right ones that we think for us. And I'm about to go and hire one with a company in New Zealand. So, I want to highlight their website. One, because I'd love to do the marketing for them too, but they just keep popping up everywhere, right? So I'm going to show you a few examples of searches that I have done. And so what to look for when buying a motorhome. I put New Zealand in a lot of things, right? Kiwis maybe don't do that so much. I do because I'm from overseas, even though I've been here for 14 years. So if I look at this, what to look for when buying a motorhome in New Zealand, you can see there's a whole bunch of results come up. There's a couple of sponsored from manufacturers, and there's some of these articles here as well, top 10s for top 12 tips for buying a motorhome. But you'll see that there's a one site that comes up a couple of times. Now, this is motorhomes for sale. All you need to know about buying a used motorhome. Really good title tag, and it comes up again here, which is a guide to buying your first motorhome. So one's the first motorhome, and this one's specifically about a used motorhome. And you can see they're reasonably recent. You know, they're all within last 12 months. So they've either been written recently or they've been updated so that the date's reflected on it. So there's two entries here for the same website. And so that's really great. Now, this is actually a company called Wilderness that rents motorhomes to visitors and domestic travelers, probably mostly overseas. But what they've done quite smartly, and they've done it quite well, is they've separated out their rental website called Wilderness to their sales website for which is Motorhomes for Sale. Now, it's a smart move because it means that you can optimize those websites for different purposes. And they're an agent for a few different brands in New Zealand. So I'm just going to show you another couple of searches, and then I'll jump into their website to go through why they rank or some of the things that contribute to how they're ranking so well. So on here, here's another one. What to look for when buying a motorhome in New Zealand. And again, when you're doing searches like this, you can see some suggested similar searches that people have been doing for. That they've been searching for, sorry. And you can see RV Supercentre, they're another big seller and renter. Similar business model. You've got the Automobile Association. Then here you go, a guide to buying your first motorhome. All you need to buy a used motorhome. So it's the same articles that come up. Best motorhome brand NZ. You can see if we scroll down here, there's a couple of different companies in here. One's an importer, some videos. So again, this is how YouTube and video titles can be important for search engine optimization. And here's one here. What types of motorhomes are available in New Zealand? Now, that's just a few queries just to show you. So this isn't a really long video, but I will jump into their website soon. But the one other query I want to show you for is that Motorhomes for Sale NZ. I put their brand in here because I was going to jump to their website, but I just wanted to show you here as well as that there is still a myth that, you know, if you have an identical match domain name, you're always going to be top, and you're not here. So this is a motorhomesforsale.co.nz. Obviously, the first one is TradeMe, which is like Auto Trader if you're in the UK. Massive business. But I could do lots and lots of queries like this, and motorhomes for sale would pop up more often than not. Now, I want to jump into their website and show you some of the things that are working well on their website. So you can see this is the brand Wilderness Motorhome Sales. So the overall brand's Wilderness, but the domain is Motorhomes for Sale. So here's the Motorhomes for Sale here, and as I said, we have went through all their process. So there's some really slick stuff on their website. They are not cheap, but no motorhome rental company is in New Zealand or anywhere nowadays, actually. But on here, though, there's a few things I want to point out. They have got motorhomes for sale, obviously listing their motorhomes for sale, the different brands that they've got, all premium brands. Heimer, Berstner, Corrado, and definitely one of my favorite brands in there, if not two of them. Customer service, resources, about us, contact us. Now the resources, I've got the blog here. Now you'll see if you scroll down here, they've got Google reviews. It's really good. They've got the blogs here as well. But if we go to blog here, you'll get a really good indication of their content and the types of articles they're writing, because you can see here top 10 questions to ask dealers when buying a motorhome. They are a dealer. It's just about adding authenticity and, you know, just a bit of authority as well. Why this is the best budget-friendly motorhome, so they're targeting specific brands that they're dealing with. Why buying a high mileage motorhome is worth it? Of course it is, because they sell ex-rental motorhomes. They've got owner stories from a boat to a motorhome, expert tips to right tyres, water damage, basically off-road motorhome travel in New Zealand, which is one of the really expensive Heimer 4x4 vans, which we'd love to test for you, Wilderness. Thank you very much. Although a Berstner 744 would be quite nice too. Thanks. That's on our rental. So anyway, as you can see, really good tips here. If you go next, you can see, I mean, these are all 2024 as well. So maybe they're old articles, but they've touched up the dates to be recent. That's a good tip as well. If you've got something that's similar every year, don't write the same article every year, just update the title and refresh the date on your blog post. You can see really good topics here. Excuse me, I'm just about to sneeze. Top 10 essential motorhome accessories and reviews of specific models that they sell. Excuse me. And so if we're going to jump into one of these motorhome articles, I'm going to go into the previous one and I'm going to jump into this one. Top 10. No, wait, let's see. I'm going to try and find one of the ones we saw. And they've got the right categories. Look at this. Motorhome reviews, tips, buyer's guide. I'm going to try and see if I can find one. Pros and cons of buying an ex-rental versus a new one. So of course that could potentially be a bit biased, but I'm sure they're pretty balanced. All you need to know about buying a used motorhome. So let's jump into this one. So on here you can see there's a really clear heading here, a title, which is inside that, that reflects what the article's about, which is really good. And I'm going to guess that there's an H1 tag as well. So if you look at the headings here on page SEO, you can see that all you need to know about buying a used motorhome. But look at this, great H2 tags. They're actually good. They're not about us, contact us, all that rubbish that you normally see here. Then your heading 3s, pretty well structured as well, and a few heading 4s that shouldn't really be headings, but this is really good compared to the vast majority of websites. They're all very good SEO terms. So what that means is they have used SEO elements for SEO purposes and not for design purposes like a lot of creatives and developers do. They've got an audio version of it as well, which is a nice touch. They've got images, they've got a contents list that makes it really clear, so if people want to jump around, they can jump in here. They've got these headings as subheadings as well. All this H2s, which is a good structure. They've got bullet pointed lists here. They've got links inside, internal links inside their website too. And they've got features to consider. They've got nice standouts. The article's broken up here. Consider, try before you buy. We are. Look for quality and longevity. It gives you a bit of authority in terms of looking at the workshop, reputation, the layout and configuration. Oh, look at this beautiful motorhome. I'm looking forward to spending a couple of weeks in one of them. And then you've got off the shelf and custom built ones, all that kind of stuff. So really well structured article and really long article. So there's plenty content, good photography here from the manufacturers as well, but they've got their own photography in there as well. They've got some just really, really good, long, beefy article, which is great. And you can see this is way longer than the vast majority of website content. They've got some comments there as well. So that's giving you the gist of it. If you want to see another comparison, have a look at our blog on fullychargedmedia.com, or if you're on our email list, look for our previous email list, search for Bally Beats Club, and you'll get a summary of that as well. I just wanted to run through another example of a New Zealand-based business. Now, if you want some help looking at your content and identifying the SEO on your website, please get in touch with us. Now, what I will say is content is king, but there's a whole bunch of other stuff that goes into the performance of your website and how it ranks. There's content, there's backlinks, there's the authority of your website, there's this technical structure of your website, so like your headings, your use of alt tags and images, all these little things help, and some of them are way more important than the other thing. Your website speed's important, and that's where people typically just focus on one of those aspects. If you do it right, you can do it well. We just launched a new website a few months ago, and it's ranking really well for its key terms in quite a competitive industry, and it's a brand new website, brand new domain name from scratch. We just wrote an in-depth article about ski rental marketing, and it went straight to number 1 and number 2 globally within 24 hours because we structured it well, we indexed it well, and we had no articles like that up until that point. So it can be done. Content is achievable. Have a look at your competitors and how you can improve it. This brings me back to a meeting I had this week as well with a customer who were building their own website, and there was just lots and lots of technical things that they weren't aware of that will help that project be much more successful if they're implemented. So a little bit of knowledge, empower yourself today, and we can help you. Get in touch if you want some help and a content audit for you and us to check out your SEO. So thanks for your time.